Take us through your best bets, JP.
Okay, so we are now 2-5-1 on the week, but
Tons of time left.
On the week or total?
on
The
total,
season,
I
okay.
should say. Last week we were 2-3. We did the huge first time ever head coaches betting with the spread. I do want to say this is never the way to think about betting, but I'm gonna do it right now and say that, man, we got unlucky. The Chicago one, we had Chicago plus 1.5. Who would have thought that fourth quarter was going to happen? After the
Not
pick
me.
six, I was like, oh, okay. We went 3-2. We won the week. The Philly game, the Eagles had scored a touchdown, and a field goal in
Weather
their 4
delay
drives.
saved the Cowboys.
Weather delay,
Yeah.
they don't score another point. So I think they would have won that with ease. And then the Saints one, it's 20-10. The Saints are driving under 4 minutes. We're in the red zone. We're X and goal to go, and we kick a field goal. So if we had gone for a touchdown, we would have covered the spread of 6.5 easily. We also had 4 chances to win that game. So it's never the way to think about it.
Sometimes stuff just doesn't break your way. I think that's a better way to put it than saying you get unlucky.
But we also got lucky that the Jets covered 2.5.
Yeah.
By only losing by 2. So it can happen both ways. But that is the way I want to spin that. Although I advise never spin it that way. You're just going to hurt yourself long term. We got 3 games this week. I've got 2 NFL and I've got 1 college football. And I'll start with what, for me, is one of my favorite bets of the week, as all 3 of them are.
I hope you like all 3.
I like Kansas City plus 1.5. Patrick Mahomes as an underdog is 7-4 straight up. He's 8-2-1 against the spread. That's an 80% hit rate. Take Kansas City plus the points. The last time they were home underdogs, I will say, was against the Buffalo Bills in the regular season, and they lost that game. So, but that's 1 game, a lot less sample size compared to 11. Take Kansas City plus 1.5. Also, Mahomes has never lost 3 games in a row. He's lost the Super Bowl against the Chargers, and here he is against the Eagles. 134 games played. He's never lost 3 in a row. It is, of course, the longest active streak right now in the NFL. The closest, or if you're comparing in the GOAT conversation, what would be your guess for Tom Brady most games without losing 3 in a row?
I'm going to say he went from I'm about to just start a certain number, 280.
Jack?
157.
300.
I was close.
300 games in a row
Impressive.
without losing 3 in a row. So Mahomes
Do you happen
is,
to know the start and end seasons of that?
No, but it was
Okay.
his Patriots tenure.
That's what I figured. I was thinking 2006 to 2018 somewhere.
Yeah,
in
all
there.
of the years they would win the division in a row. Obviously, Mahomes in the same case winning the division every single year. So give me Kansas City plus 1.5. I like Kansas City in the game, and I get points. Give me the points right there. I would go as far to bet the money line. I think there's value there as well. My other bet replaced one of my bets. I had a bet here, but I'm replacing with this because of the news that came out today. Brock Purdy is not scheduled to start Sunday. He's scheduled to miss at least 2 weeks and potentially 5 weeks with a turf toe injury. That means the starting quarterback is who, Sanders?
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones will start
Mac attack.
on Sunday in New Orleans, and he's favored by 3.5 points. Mac Jones is 20-27 against the spread all time, so right there is already a leading key point. But I think, for me, and this is homerism, sure, but the Saints were not that bad last week. They were in that game, and I think the Cardinals are better than people are going to give them credit for, and New Orleans 100% is better than people are going to give them credit for. It's the second game with Rattler as the starting quarterback with Kellen Moore. No Mac Jones, no George Kittle. McCaffrey was good last week, but that's it. The only thing that scares me is the defense for San Francisco, but a Mac Jones offense without George Kittle and just Christian McCaffrey, I don't think is outscoring the Saints by 4 points or more.
Sure.
And so I'm taking New Orleans plus 3.5.
At what point, if this goes south, do you just swear off of New Orleans bets and your best bets?
I think if we lost this week, I think that would be
Okay.
the case, that we wouldn't have the Saints on there. And then my last one is a college football one. Give me the Miami Hurricanes minus 17.5. As I said earlier, the spread before the Florida USF game for USF at Miami was Miami favored by 17.5. That has not changed, and it shouldn't change. And because it hasn't changed, give me Miami minus 17.5. Firepower on offense, and then I think the defense is going to play much better than Florida did last week.
Sure.
So give me the Hurricanes. Those are my 3 bets. Looks like a 3-0 week if you ask me.
I'll say let's have a week.
That would put us at 5-5 with a tie, 5-5-1. But those are my 3 best bets, and then of course, go ahead and take all of my other picks because I'm 7-4 on college football and 2-1 on the NFL so far this season. So, best bets isn't doing good, but I'm doing good. So I apologize, but it can only go up from here.
Well, yeah, maybe
You
It can only go up from
Okay,
here.
okay, cool.
Maybe
I'm a big believer in the law of averages.
maybe fade his best bets and tail
Yeah, yeah.
his other picks.
Um,
That's it for the show, though.
yeah, I was gonna say though the thing I'm learning about best bets is you're just looking for like 51, 55% kind of stuff. Because like if you had a coin that you could flip and like 51% of the time, if you did it enough, you come out rich.
Yeah, I don't bet to, as I said at the beginning of starting the segment, I do not bet with my feelings.
Yeah.
I bet based off trends.
Sure.
Kansas City, Mahomes is 8-2-1 against the spread as an underdog. That's 80% hit rate with 1 push. New Orleans, Mac Jones is 20-27 against the spread all time. That's a hit rate for New Orleans to cover. And then for Miami, there isn't necessarily a big trend, but I will say the trend would be, do you really expect USF to have 3 straight weeks of being a heavy underdog, covering and winning? I don't expect it. I just don't
Sure.
see it. I think more often than not, Miami wins that and wins that game big. So trends is the way to bet, not with feelings.
Yeah. But I was trying to make the point, like, you're not looking for like 100%. It's
Oh,
not like
definitely not. No.
It's like you're not going to find like these wild statistics where it's like Patrick Mahomes 100% in this weird niche situation. It's like 53%, 60%, 65%.
If you look for those, for me, like the 100% ones,
You're
I
losing
like to stick
context.
away from, because that means maybe this is the time it actually happens. The
Yeah.
Saints had won 6 straight season openers. They lost the season opener.
yeah.
Tennessee and Josh Heupel has never beaten Kirby Smart.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean he can't beat him. He might
Sure.
beat him this weekend.
You also find yourself getting to like such niche, like the Chiefs are undefeated when the Sunday falls on the third,
Absolutely.
It's just like you end
Falls
up in
on an
weird,
odd
Yeah.
like third. Yeah.
It's a prime day of the month. Like you just find up with you narrow your search so much that like
There's not enough
you-
context.
yeah, and you
And then sometimes you're going to find trends that don't help you. Like there is a trend in Super Bowl rematches the year after that Super Bowl occurred. The team that lost the Super Bowl is 1-8 straight up in rematches all time in the NFL history. The only time the loser of the Super Bowl won in the rematch was when the Eagles beat Kansas City 2 years ago. So you're going to find trends that might counteract your thing, but you need to put more context into them. That stretches across all of NFL history, so I don't know if it necessarily applies as well.
wait. So the Chiefs wouldn't, according to that trend, would lose this game straight up.
But then I'm thinking Mahomes has never lost 134, or he's never lost. He's obviously
lost
never
3 in
lost
a row.
134, but he's never lost 3 in a row. And that is 100%er, but I think it's trumped by the fact that it's the GOAT.
Sure.
It's a potential GOAT in Mahomes, and he's 8-2 against the spread as an
Fair.
underdog. So